Hi, everyone, and welcome to Chalk Talk with Sports Camps Canada. I am your host, Piper, and joining me today is one of our Nike basketball coaches, Coach Jey. Hi.
Hey, Piper. Thanks for having me. Always a fan of talking basketball, so I appreciate you giving me a ring and doing some chalk talk.
Well, we appreciate you joining us. Now, I understand you have over 15 years experience as a player and a coach.
Yes.
You have, I think, 9 locations or more across Canada with your Nike basketball camps, and you're also the owner and director of 4 Point Basketball.
Indeed.
Like pedigree.
Yes.
So you seem like the perfect person for us to talk to about some of the nuances of basketball. Specifically today, we were wanting to talk to you about strength and the importance of strength within the sport of basketball.
Wonderful. Well, strength for me, because I coach a lot of stuff that revolves around shooting. At our Nike camps, of course, we are holistic teaching, but specifically at our 4 Point basketball camps, and my area of expertise is shooting. Strength is a key because it's about the base and the strength moving the ball forward. So the speed that you can generate. So strength plays a huge part in what we teach, and also, the part of the game that I love the most.
Absolutely. And strength being a full body kind of strength. I think some athletes think it's just in the, you need big arms or you need big legs. But when you say strength, you mean like full body or core? Is there a certain area that's more of an advantage?
Well, depending on your body type too, it makes a big difference. If you have a huge upper body and you're super strong, you have chicken legs, then you're gonna tend to use a lot more of your upper body. But for me, shooting is a one motion thing. So you're trying to use your strength as a one lever. So in terms of being able to generate power from your toes all the way in one unison movement to your release point of your shot. So there's a lot of misconceptions about how people should shoot, where their feet are. So I'm a little bit different in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
So I personally do tend to teach it just a slight different way. But strength is one of the core bases of what you need to shoot and how you need to shoot.
Mm-hmm. So obviously we're all looking forward to getting back out there, getting back to camps. But with everyone being at home, what I've witnessed is kids playing basketball in the streets, and it seems like almost every household has a basketball. So is there an exercise that our campers could do at home that would help build their strength so they're ready to go when we do get back out there on the court?
Well, one thing in regards to shooting and strength that I personally have kind of debunked, because I've tried to find animals on the planet that actually have the shoulder width apart stance that everyone seems to talk about, especially because females have a wider base normally with their hips being slightly wider. The shoulder width apart doesn't quite apply, and thus the concept doesn't always work. But if you will bear with me, I have a basketball in my area if you want to see what I mean in terms of
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, if you can demonstrate, that's even better.
You can move my chair out of the way here. 1 second there. All right. So you can see me all right? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people are taught to shoot shoulder width apart because they feel that their base is stronger. Mm-hmm. And with the base being stronger, they feel that they are able to generate a stronger shot. The problem with this is a weightlifting position. So you can bear weight. It doesn't necessarily make you explosive. And that's why track and field runners don't run this way, they run this way. Same with high jumpers, run tight, they don't try and jump with a wide stance. So one of my big things that I try and teach people is you should have a cadence stance, which is your feet underneath directly your hips. This creates more speed and keeps good knee positioning. So what ends up happening is your knees are now functioning in the proper movement because they're directly under your hips, everything functions well. So if you then go into your shot pocket and explode through it quickly, you're going to have a much faster movement up. You're going to have a much more explosive jump shot, a much more linear jump shot. So it ends up being cleaner because it's tighter. Mm-hmm. And then you don't end up going from here with one of my favorite things is the knee buckling, which is very often, right, which ends up really having bad knee injuries. And if someone hits, that's when your knees pop in. Mm-hmm. This is all avoided by just putting your feet underneath where you walk. So it's one of the strength things that I like to do is that just when you talk to yourself, catch in that position, shoot, catch, shoot, and just practice that rep over and over.
Okay.
Now, in terms of it being, super strong or super, what's a big technique. It's just about mental focus through the movement and making sure that you're strong in your posture. And then when you go to shoot, you're being as efficiently fast and technical as possible.
And you don't need a net to do that. You could bounce that off the wall and still keep practicing the position. And
yeah, when I was a kid, because I didn't have a hoop by my house, I'd go in the back and I had a square that I aimed for. So I'd jump and I'd hold and I'd hit the square, and I just keep on hitting that square with the accuracy, which actually made me a much better shooter because I was only hitting one brick. So I had to for a hoop that could fit 2 basketballs in it. It's a lot easier to do. So one of the things I challenge people always is a bipedal animal that runs with its feet wider than its hips. You let me know, I may change my concept, because the Tyrannosaurus Rex to a ostrich, their feet are all underneath their hips. No one's wider, and they're strong animals as well. So that's
thank you. That's a great exercise, and you could use chalk, sidewalk chalk, or tape, and make that square and double down on your workouts.
Exactly.
So as I mentioned earlier, you have camps across Canada. But I know that you work primarily with a community within Toronto. So I want to give you a little chance to shout out your community, let everybody know where your camps are happening, and who you are.
We have an amazing digital program set up, which means that we are geographically everywhere. But with that being said, my place of residence where I like to coach the most happens to be in Vaughan, but I do have a very soft spot for Sarnia, London, and Belleville, which we tend to do camps out as well too. I lived out in Winnipeg, so we go out there once a year, and we have a camp out there. But we reside in Vaughan, and we have most of our camps here, from our 5-year-olds all the way up to our 17-year-olds. And then in Belleville, we have one of our more premier high-performance camps with sand dune training and all that out there. So Vaughan's where I live, but my heart's a little bit in each individual spot.
Okay. And so you kind of touched on it a bit. What is next for you? I think you mentioned some digital camps.
Yes, they're going to be providing this fantastic opportunity for athletes to not only get great workouts through the week so they can do it on their own time, because they're going to be mixing in, the Google Classroom curriculum along with their own workouts, but we'll be able to provide them with a workout for a week and also give feedback. So that feedback's going to be fantastic, because if you're, once again, having your feet wider than your shoulders, I can not only auditorily tell you on the screen what's happening, I can circle it. So I can show you at what point you're actually doing it, verbally tell you how to correct it, and then you can give me feedback by correcting and sending me another video. And the software itself is fantastic because it crunches such large video data in such a small, easily transmittable file that I can get instantly, give the answer, boom, back, and we can really work to increase the skill set and the development of individual players.
That's great. That sounds like great technological advancement. And
I'm so excited.
And you can do team or one-on-one, right?
One-on-one, team. It covers the full range. So there's a little something for everyone. So if you're missing your crew and you want to do it all together, we got you covered. If you're like, I don't want anyone to know that I'm getting better, well, we can do that too.
Okay. And for all of you out there that are interested in these digital camps, you can visit sportscampscanada.com and just choose your sport as digital and online, or you can visit 4pointbasketball.com and you can link through there to the webpage as well.
Fantastic.
So thank you so much, Jey, for joining us. Super excited. Super excited to see the Famer app and how that all plays out with your digital camp. And hopefully we'll see you on the court soon.
Looking forward to it. You take care and be safe out there.
You too. Thanks a lot, Jey.